All right, Dame Dash. Glad to have you back to Cam Capone News.
What's poppin'?
Hey, nothing much, man. How things been for you lately?
It's been great. Everything's going according to plan.
That's what's up, man. So I'm gonna get right into it. You know, you've been making a lot of news lately. You know, been on the Breakfast Club. You and Cameron had some things going on, man. You know, what's your thoughts generally been on everything that's been going on these past few weeks?
Well, my plan was to clear my debt and then launch all my family offices, um, new ventures. And there's a lot of them, and they're with major people. They're with major people. And, I kind of wanted to see if the Breakfast Club and certain platforms, how they were going to make me represent me as related to the bankruptcy, and then how they were going to look at all the new announcements that we were making. And I knew that everything that I do, they always downplay it, they always discredit it. I don't know why. And I had to make sure they wouldn't do that anymore. So this announcement with Revolt, to the rest of the corporate world, they don't care. No big, you know what I mean? It's more urban because Revolt is broke. Revolt has a lot of debt. Revolt can't really pay for original programming. They have to pay their bank debt. My company, American New, has no debt. And, they were like bankruptcy shaming me, even though it's like a good business move, and not most people can even owe $25 million based on taxes, because that means they made a lot of money. They wouldn't let me explain that the reason why I owe taxes is because my accountant, Barry Clarberg, just simply didn't pay them. And I didn't know, but they just kept cutting me off, and their intention was for me to look bad. So, I thought the only way to stop this would be to go on the show, have them do all the things that I know they're going to do. And then if they're not accountable and change, then I got to hit them with a lawsuit. I got to, because they keep compromising everything, all the businesses that, yes, right here, all the businesses, thank you, Nikki Liggy, the white lesbian Aaliyah. She's here with us as well, helping me out. Let's put it right there. Yeah. So, um, and then as related to the Revolt thing, again, I've been trying to buy Revolt for a long time, but the price that they're trying to sell it for is not like Revolt has no assets. If you liquidate it, there's nothing. All it has is a big debt. And the only reason why I wanted Revolt was that contract for carriage. I was probably going to change the name, just like Byron Allen did with the Black News Channel. I was trying to buy the Black News Channel. So I feel like, they, not DeTavio, but his man Dion was the one that volunteered for me to be the chairman. But the only reason why I was going to put my content on Revolt was so that I could get proof of concept of how much money that I would make. And then also I have my own technology that we get our full CPM. So based on the engagement, I would be able to justify taking that, that big debt. And it's allegedly, I think it's about 80 to $70 million. And DeTavio runs Common. He has the Common. So if you understand stocks, there's like preferred, common. So if a company sells, the debt gets paid, preferred gets paid first, and what's left is common. So the only way that the common can make any money is if it sells for like 200 million, which is what they were soliciting it for, but it's just not worth it. The multiple right now in the TV industry is 4 or less because it's declining. They wanted 10, and that wasn't, anything that you could traditionally get bankrolled. So ultimately, the bank that gave them the loan or invested or whatever got bought by BlackRock. So I know BlackRock doesn't care about a 90 million or $80 million debt. They just want that shit off their books. But if that happens, DeTavio representing the common won't make $1. You understand what I'm saying? So he was tricking
Yeah.
me. He was tricking me, allegedly, to put my content on there, telling me there's a pathway to ownership. But all he was going to do is inflate his numbers so it would justify selling it for a certain amount to someone else. Because that's what they did before. They told us we could buy it. And when you are going to buy a company, it's not, you don't buy it with your money. It's about having the ability to raise the money. So you get an exclusive, and then you get 30 days, and then you go and get with certain people, and if you got it, you buy it. They were giving the exclusives at a price. Remember when Richard Lou was supposed to have bought it? What happened to that? Remember that? They made that announcement that it was bought. It's because they gave him a 30-day exclusive, but at that multiple, impossible to close, especially with nothing. They have no assets. They don't make original programming. They license all their shit. Why? Because they can't afford to make original content, which is why they were trying to get mine. But what they did before, what it appears allegedly, is they made us put all these offers in, made me fly around, because I didn't do it in my name, because there's a group. So if someone was leading the group and I was in the background trying to identify the money. So it takes a lot. Legal fees, one part of the group, best lawyers, and then it was only to inflate numbers so they could show that it was worth a certain amount, so that they could, to me it looks like, so they could sell the people that gave them the debt, I think it's HSB, to BlackRock. It was all bullshit to me. It was a waste of time. And that shit is expensive. So I don't appreciate him keep doing. And he didn't call me the first go around. That was a while ago. He called me recently and told me, yo, you still want to buy Revolt? Knowing that, and when I looked at the books and I brought it to a very, very credible financial institution, and they said this shit ain't even worth the debt. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even call them back after I looked at the books. And the only reason why I'm saying it is because he publicly said that I wasn't trying to buy. There was no pathway for ownership. So this is the only reason why I'm discussing it, because he, again, they was with me. Then Cam admitted it on his television show. And to this day, Revolt, after I sent them the demand letter, they're still playing that shit. So my intention is, I'll give them a couple more days to, get their shit together. But I'm a file. I sent them the demand letter, and it is what it is. You're not going to compromise my reputation. Plus, it just seems like Datavio's only representing what's in the best interest of the common stock. So if anybody from BlackRock or I'll take the debt, but I need the contract, and Datavio got to go. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, that would be my condition, because they've been it up. His salary is too high. All they're worried about is protecting their salaries. But Datavio, if you would have worked with me, I would have kept you on. Pause. But don't ever think that Revolt's worth more than American New. We don't have any debt. Revolt's broke. American New is not. We have no debt. So how the you going to be telling me what to do? Or I'm going to be waiting for you to give me permission to make a announcement about who's the chairman. When my content is on Revolt staff ain't doing shit, but programming it. I'm the chairman of my staff when I'm on Revolt, so I am the chairman. But y'all volunteered that. But I only think you were doing that to line me up to play jokes with Cameron. And I don't think I'm gonna. See, the problem is with me, as a dude that grew up in the street, it's hard for me to go into a courtroom and start suing people. But it's not hard for me to punch someone in the face or want to shoot him and no shit like that. And that's where the problem is. You have to deal with things legally. So my murder, if the way I feel I'm punishing you, just for me, is a lawsuit. Because if I don't, you're going to keep doing it. And hopefully we can resolve it, but we'll let a judge decide, and a whole lot of legal fees. And I don't think Revolt can afford it. BlackRock can, pause, but Revolt can't. They can't even afford to make a TV show. Scripted, which is why you never saw it, allegedly.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone news.